Christmas Eve family tradition. We always had Christmas Eve at my father's with my siblings and nieces and nephews, and just everybody on my dad's side always was around on Christmas Eve at his house, exchanging gifts and having dinner. And Christmas Day was with my mom and on her side of the family.
So in 2010, our family decided to break that family tradition. After Mark had come back from a deployment from Afghanistan, we actually decided as a family to go serve on a mission at a girls' home in Kentucky. And so our plan was to go there on Christmas Eve and spend Christmas Day, make them Christmas dinner with all the fixins, and serve and bless them with Christmas gifts.
Yeah, and then, I've only been home a short time, and going through all that, planning and prepping in such a short time, I didn't think about it. But prior to leaving, I was trying to find my wedding band because I never wear it when I'm deployed or training or anything, and I can't find it anywhere. And then we packed up the bands, we left, and we were praying about it and talking about it on the way down to Hope Hill, Kentucky.
So we encountered really severe weather even before we left the state of Pennsylvania. It took an 8-hour trip into many, many more hours, and so we arrived pretty late on Christmas Eve on the hill. We even had trouble getting up the steep driveway because of the snow.
Yes. And then after unloading the vans, all the supplies, dinner, and everything else, Caroline asked me to go turn the heaters on in the other connecting cabins where the kids and our family would be sleeping. So I went into those rooms to go to turn on the heaters, and as I got to the kids' bunkhouse kind of room, the first heater I went to turn on, there was my wedding ring right on top of the heater, right above the adjuster knob to turn it on.
So he comes bursting into the common room where I am with this group of people that we just spent hours and hours in a vehicle with. And he said he needed to talk to our daughter, Liz. And when he talked to her, he said, "You had my ring. Why did you bring my ring?" And she was like, I don't know what you're talking about, Dad. And then he asked me, and he said, Liz had to have had it. And I said, she's been with me the whole time in this common area around the fireplace, hanging out with the group of people we were with. So neither one of us knew anything about the ring or how it got in the room.
It was just, at that moment, that's when I knew, because we prayed a lot on the way down, especially for the conditions, the girls, the kids, especially the parents that were entrusting us with these kids, that went with us besides our own, and part of the youth that went. And, we had some deep, loving, serious prayer. And seeing that and realizing, no one else was in that room but me to begin with, it took me a minute to realize that it was a miracle. It was the power of prayer, because that meant so much to me to have my, not just to show my love to my wife and to have that bond and wear my ring, but, just that the prayer and the hours of prayer that we spent praying on the way down.
It really just was a demonstration of God's love for not only Mark, but our marriage and our family. And it truly increased both of our faith. I definitely saw an amazing transformation in my husband based on that act of love that God performed.
So that was that Christmas in 2020.